See, in life, be anywhere prepared for certain things. I mean, maybe to say close family relative, or yare, no free mu, a colleague, no free mu. Some disappointments that come your way, mess up that come your way. And it's very important to constantly take stock of life and understand that you can only do so much and your maker has the final say. Say, a man soon can say, oh my son, bruh. Yes, there can be a lot of medical investigations, there can be a lot of things, there can be what have you. The only thing is that we all hope that we fulfill the will of God in our lives. As I say, so. And son, as you bekwa, yako. And in Komona Bono, not just about football and what happened yesterday, but sometimes when I see people and it's as if Abrabono and one I shake my head. Because really, there is more to this life than what meets the eye. And just imagine the story of Enra. Barca for first team doctor. Team no have met our team hotel, a home game. Usually what happens is that say a home gamer. The team meets at the team hotel in the morning. So their coaches were like Obey say Ange Postecoglou or see or send the players and any of my family to spend the nights together during home games. There are teams where they have ultra-modern facility in a more team hotel where maybe the nights before or the day before after training will be uncle Fiifi, they will sleep at the hotel. Say the coaches can monitor the players, their rest, any sign of then in the morning they go and play. Because Anna, if you say player will fear certain things like maybe your marital issues being there, a bit not affecting. So you want that player to be in a hotel where you can manage, monitor, guide before say game never Barcelona in easy. And that is what happens for almost a lot of the teams, all play teams. And when you look at the story of Charles Miñarro, the team were in the hotel in the morning. They had eaten breakfast and did lunch. So usually, if say they game no at 6 p.m., I'm do my lunch in about 12 p.m. Maybe I'm on a technical meeting around 1. What they all do is from 2 to 6. They ask everybody to try and rest. And to rest and be very relaxed. Your game, or friend and boost your 4 will be better. According to Barca sources, Charles Miñarro era ni daimu so kwakoda. And that was the end of it. That was it. Wanka bianshim, wanka aji, wanchechim, nothing. When the Barca players and team woke up preparing to go to the Montjuic to go and play the game against Osasuna. A game I know losing first leg, 4-2. And Hans-Dieter Flick and then Martin in him say, after that win away at Benfica, so I'm going to Osasuna match now. Then it was obviously going to push them to go and win our Spanish La Liga. So there are things that are going to go on well for them, then they can increase the gap. Because Madrid so a tough game against Rayo Vallecano. And then so it was always going to be a tight game. So it's going to give them a huge opportunity to go on top, to stay on top. I'm share Charles Miñarro, Demono, or die. Ubi Adango, sorry. But the first team doctor, I mean, that's a doctor. Here we go. I mean, it's too early for Barca to do their investigations to find out what the cause of death is and it's animal. But usually, what causes some of these things are heart attack. Can be heart failure, myocardial infarction, all of these things. The various heart conditions that can happen in a sleep. And it took him away. And see, Charles Miñarro, Barca, first team doctor in Madrid, sorry, and then Barca for quickly spoke to La Liga for the league organizers. Okay, that's fine. So Sadia, Nipan Kwano here, yes, make sure the family will be very important. And it is one of the things that tells us that yes, football is an excellent sport. We love football, but there are certain things also that are more important than football. And the family of Charles Miñarro had to be spoken to. They had to console him. They had to reach out to them. They had to discuss with them. They had to help them go through the difficult moments. And then Real Madrid, very classy club, were quick to contact Barca phone and put out a statement to say, extend their condolences to Charles Miñarro and a Barca fraternity. Kylian Mbappe did same also on Instagram, expressing the heartfelt condolence to the Barca family and of course to the family of Charles Miñarro. And Barca are looking to in the next coming days, they will get clarity on when they will play game against Osasuna. The truth is that what is going to happen is Barca will go and play on the next game. And as it stands now, we'll go in front of Spora. I'm going to say morning at Barca. And then morning, Sanopa, but then morning, like morning, somebody that's passed. A lot of people are saying that rest in peace, Charles Miñarro, all through. Dr. Charles Miñarro was present with the squad in preparation for the match against Osasuna. Two most viable dates for Barca Osasuna match, number Thursday, 27th match, or Tuesday, 20th May to Thursday, 22nd May, and possibly match in the Betway Koso. And of course, after international break, during international break, or days before the last match day, and that's our match in Betway Ato. Betway Ball, Mundo Deportivo, Munina, everybody. For most Barca footballers, Dr. Charles Miñarro Garcia was a very close person to them. They saw him as a second father, and I'm in severe shock about events leading to his passing. Araujo, Inigo Martinez, Gavi, Gerardo Martin, Alejandro Balde, Hector Ford, Fermin Lopez, Pablo Torre, Eric Garcia, Paul Victor, Mark Bernal have all expressed their condolences on their social media accounts for Dr. Charles Miñarro. And they are speaking about a sad incident they see here in Barca's team hotel in the lead up to yesterday. And also, soon after president was here, a meeting was held with La Liga and Spanish Federation. Based on that, the match was officially suspended. I think that is the right decision. Now, we must stand by FC Barcelona family in the morning and support them to overcome these difficult moments. Again, there are more things more important than football. One of them is the loss of a life, and FC Barcelona are going through that right now. It's not a good time for Barcelona but we have to move on. And then Madrid, a big one, especially since Barca team Momacha, leaving a gap at the top for team and friends in Madrid. They know that they need to go in there and go and get the success. Also match against Rayo Vallecano over there. It's a huge game for them to close in the gap and to make sure say yes, you're postponing match in there. Anything at all can happen. The last three matches of Barca, Madrid, and Vallecano, Abono hasn't been good. 3-3 away, 1-1 away, 0-0 Santiago Bernabeu. This time, a big game at Madrid for an elbow against Team Marifreno, Rayo Vallecano over there. The last three games have all ended in a draw. It was the one away at Osasuna, and an Ekwende scoring away, scoring draw over there, and then the one at Santiago Bernabeu. There was no one in there for Team your friend FC Madrid. And now, on Bisa Carlo Ancelotti about a branch here, your friend, Luka Modric and how he's going to fare in the games. Now, say he can play tomorrow and Wednesday. He has no recovery problems. I'm not surprised because I see how he prepares in training. He's an example to the young players, and according to him, Luka Modric can play consistently. For him, it's about what he wants in the game, and if Abrante's friend Luka Modric can provide. But away from that, Luka Modric has shown so he's fit enough to go and play consistently. Our matching him over there for Tima, your friend FC, Real Madrid. Still, Abrante's friend Antonio Rudiger doubtful because what we are hearing, and they said, flu now preventing it from playing a couple of weeks ago. It's a real kid, and Abrante's friend Antonio Rudiger out. Rudiger did not train. Dani Carvajal, Militao, Ceballos, and Abrante's friend Jesus Velio. All of these guys did not play. But Abrante's friend Jude Bellingham is going to return for Real Madrid. It's going to be an important one for Abrante's friend Jude Bellingham and Real Madrid because, of course, Jude Bellingham presence with team members are balanced in the attacking to create chances and to get the goal for team friend in Madrid for them. And it's in position of the athleticism and the attacking of the box now. Very important also to create spaces for Mbappe and Vinicius Junior in the wide areas, and also for him to get goals when he attacks the box now. Jude Bellingham very important for team my friend FC Real Madrid, and then when he plays against team my friend Osasuna, Madrid for no. So it's something that they want to go in and then get the results and then get the win. Supercomputer predicting your mind. One of the things they are predicting is that a handful of Chelsea will end at the end of the season. Say Chelsea by end handful at the end of the season. Chelsea players have been talking ahead of our game against him. Your friend of South against him. Your friend of Leicester City. Chelsea next set of games Barcelona. Leicester, Arsenal, Tottenham Hotspur, Brentford, and Ipswich Town. Now, these are more difficult games than the last set of games that Chelsea are brought because after Leicester City, there is Arsenal. Over Arsenal, where you go away to the international break, then you come back to come and play your friend Tottenham Hotspur. Chelsea shared Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium the last time out. So it's not going to be easy. It's a London derby. Tottenham will come in trying to get the game. Yes, still largely depleted in terms of score and any signing money, but still you can't write off Ange Postecoglou and then the Tottenham Hotspur side and then Arsenal and Man United bebo. So Chelsea will play against Leicester. Then subsequently next week before the international break Chelsea will go away to the Emirates to go and play against Arsenal Football Club. Now that is going to be a tough one. Chelsea are going away to go and play at Arsenal. But the good thing, however, that is Arsenal. There were a lot of injury woes over my team name. Kai Havertz, Bukayo Saka, Sam Blessing, prepare. And Chelsea most likely would have to fancy their chances. So meeting Yako, no Manchester match on Brentford away from home. Away from hasn't been good. Home form hasn't been good at all for team and friend of Brentford. Of course, when you play against Brentford, like Johan Weiss and Brian Boy Momo can be very stubborn when you're playing against them. Ipswich Town, Chelsea by one home. I can't several times. Just watch Ipswich. Sad time that Chelsea losing to Ipswich, it really affected Chelsea in their season. And it's a game that they need revenge out Stamford Bridge on them. And probably cast Ipswich Town further deep into that relegation battle now on them. And it's a game where Chelsea should not get less than 10 points. Else our match, of course, given the next match Nottingham Forest for a winning match against Manchester City. Yes, in the last 6 games, we need 2 on them. They seem to be dropping points these days. The win against Man City is good, but maybe they may lose some more points on them. And Chelsea should stay in it and make sure so many results now against team my friend Nottingham Forest on them. And then Chelsea's possible starting lineup number the pre-match analysis now on them. The question still remains. Says away Enzo Maresca. Obebo Abrante's friend Moise Caicedo from the start, and I said Ober resting kakra, and then you wait and see if you can play the other players. I know Sir Abrante's friend Wesley Fofana there. He is going to be back into the team from the start. Romeo Lavia back, an important player given the next set of games now because for Chelsea, and Chelsea know that they need to push in and get a job done. In Rhys James' recent interview, he was asked about the fitness. He said Maresca is still being cautious. He left him on the bench against Southampton last week. Sources say James felt very good in condition to play against Southampton. It's seen as James growing in confidence with his body again. And Maresca wants to be patient with him and then make sure that he reins him in and gets him to play consistently over there for his team. We'll see. We said I've seen a lot of people put our poor form to Maresca's public statement on what we did. I disagree. I don't think that Chelsea poor form there buying this because Maresca at a press conference said Chelsea are not ready to win it. He had to manage the expectation. It was very important over there. Chelsea season ticket holder for 40 years. Some of the football we've been watching over the last couple of months. When we finished third, I'll be 27 points and Drip Champions League champions Manchester City over there. Of course, Chelsea are growing in it. Chelsea think that Pedro Neto can come in and play some good football for Chelsea. For the believe this season, I think that the form of Pedro Neto has been good, very very good. Where almost throughout the season, the injuries now has been low. About almost 37 matches for Chelsea, which is very very good, very good. Especially given the form I know how not April Wolves. I think he has been very very good for Chelsea. I'm so impressed as Maresca, being that Neto may well have himself the Chelsea head coach second choice striker once Jackson returns to full fitness, at least for the remainder of the campaign for himself. While his determination was never in doubt, it is tactically where Neto is said to have pleasantly surprised Maresca, who has told friends that the former Wolverhampton Wanderers star takes instruction well and has naturally adapted to his emergency role over there for himself. Reece is prepared to continue as a midfielder and continue his education under Maresca as the season goes on over there as a player for himself with respect to the games now kind of over there. Yesterday, Axel Disasi was man of the match for Aston Villa. This life, this life. Axel Disasi, man of the match at Aston Villa. I mean, it happens in life, and that's exactly what's happening with Axel Disasi. They're playing very, very well. And now, Leicester City's Ruud van Nistelrooy has suffered 11 defeats in 12 games, including each in the last 4. And they have lost every clash with the current top 6 side, Chelsea. Every game, Leicester and Chelsea are born. They have lost. Chelsea are looking to inflict further pain on team and friend Leicester City, so that they can go on. Paul Merson says that when Chelsea face teams like Arsenal, they need Romeo Lavia in that midfield. He's been injured. That's when I see them struggling against Arsenal after this win over Leicester. If Chelsea lose the game, the aspiration to finish top 4 will be over. I know Chelsea beat Southampton 4-0, but I can't judge them based on that, which is very important. Whatever happens, Chelsea has to win against Leicester. Else it's going to be wow. Ruud van Nistelrooy facing Chelsea. I watched their game yesterday against Copenhagen, and I looked at how they play, their approach, the score they have, the quality they have, and the fights they have. They are in to qualify for Champions League. Very important, and I would see how we're going to meet them over there. For them to see how they are going to bring to us over there. Of course, Maresca, I'll say the good thing is that Lavia is back and we started with us already. He can be back. We need to be ready. Reece can be a midfielder like tonight. We'll see. Caicedo being on a yellow card away from 2 matches now. And that is why I kept on saying, I think Enzo Maresca is going to use Rhys James today as a midfielder. Play Marco Correa, Malo Gusto. And then have Enzo Fernandez sit next to Rhys James. Probably allow the fullbacks now. Correa to help him build up. Because if Wesley Fofana is back there, then it means that the back 3 is set, and then he can bump up with a bench your friend Malo Gusto to keep the width on the right hand side, and then push Cole Palmer inside as an extra number 10 on him, what's going to be really important. That tactical setup now will be good. Guys, this is where we draw the curtain on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. And we are after the game at 2 p.m. We'll be back. Until then, take care.